Okay, so I'm live on the air and I'm going to be eating these vegan noodles. This is just something. I don't have a Costco membership, but my dad, he brought my mom. They're very nice. I was at work today and they stopped by and they're like, oh, we saw these vegan noodles at Costco. So that's kind of the nice thing about having your parents be retired. You can talk to them anytime you want on the phone, and they bring you kind of cool stuff from Costco. So yeah, very nice. So I'm gonna just try to enjoy my vegan noodles, and I think I'm gonna share this on one of my pages. Maybe let's see how that goes. So what do I want to talk about? I haven't really been live on my channel as much lately, I guess. I don't know why. I just things keep happening in life, I guess. Um, well, one thing I just feel like with these live streams and things like, or just videos in general, people watch, but it's not like a ton of people. It's really hot, by the way. I'm gonna take these for lunches and stuff, but I really just wanted to try because I'm so funny like that. I always have to try something like just to see. I mean, it's processed, of course, but I like noodle soups. I've always liked them, and just something like you can take with you if you are busy or something. I actually made eggplant today that I ate with lettuce leaves, and I added some tomato sauce, and that was really good. And I want to be better and not eat out and things like that. I want to be on my budget. This is so nostalgic because it just kind of reminds me of like a cup of noodles. And I'm not saying like it's the best ingredients, but they're not too bad. It's just like dehydrated vegetables, shiitake mushrooms, carrots. There's a few ingredients that's not like the best, but it's okay. It's not too bad. It's pretty good. This tastes so much better than that cup of noodles. Like there's actually some vegetables in here, like onions and some even like lettuce or and the shiitake mushrooms. Of course, it's not a ton, of course, but for a prepackaged noodle soup, it's not bad. It's so much better tasting than a cup of noodles too. And there is like a little dehydrated shiitake mushroom right here. So yeah, I do want to do like more videos, but I always feel like things keep coming up and then I get busy, and editing videos is just a lot of work. Like I actually want to do some really good videos, and then I start thinking about it and something always happens and I'm like, I don't know why things happen lately. But I wanted to talk something about just like things that are going on right now in the news. Like I follow some news stories, not a lot. And okay, so do two wrongs make a right? And I don't think that they do. Here's why. Somebody may have done something that's not right, but that doesn't mean that you can go to somebody's social media and harass them or bully them. I don't think that makes you right. Like just some of the things lately. Okay. I don't think it's right for anybody to ever do anything to get into a college that's not on the up and up. However, there were other parents who did these things. And right now, I'm kind of disturbed that a lot of people are, I just read, because I always think about this, read people's social media and they were going to these people's pages and just writing some really vile things about these people. And that, I don't know. So I think if you don't like what something that someone did, the best thing you can do is not do that thing. Like, be an example of how you should live your life. Like, if you don't think people should cheat to get into college, then don't cheat to get into college. Don't go to someone's social media page and like disparage them. Like, some of the comments just really sad. And this is part of the reason, like, when it comes to social media, I just want to use it for good, positive things or educational things where we can learn things. You know, too much. It's not like I am anti-news. I just feel like I want to be selective. Like, for instance, if I go to Google News, I want to type in something like what's new in genetic genealogy, or just learn more about history and things like that. Not, well, what's the latest celebrity gossip? At the end of the day, it's kind of celebrity gossip when you think about it, because people love a tabloid. They love a juicy story. Um, Even if some people did something that they shouldn't have done, I think you have to keep in mind they're going to be held accountable. But going to their social media, just saying all these horrible things about them doesn't make you a better person, you know? It really doesn't. It also makes me think, okay, so some people might get a special advantage over you in your opinion, or they might have something that you don't have. But here's the thing. Does that take away from what you can do with your own life? Like, I don't want to always think about what other people have that I don't have. What about what I do have or what I can achieve, rather than always be fixated on that? You know, it's just, so I'm kind of just trying to stay out of a lot of these social media, political, and I've been reading a lot of things, like just learning new things, but maybe not having to give my opinion on everything. I'm really up for reading what other people think, but lately I just feel like I might have an opinion about something, but do I need to expose? What if my opinion changes a year from now, or I don't have a solid opinion on something? Maybe I don't need to like put every opinion out there, you know? That's okay. Like, it's actually okay not to always take a stance on everything. It took me a while to get there, but I'm feeling more that way all the time. You don't have to have an opinion about everything. Well, you can, but you don't have to share it on social media. Well, one thing I do like is, okay, veganism. I love being vegan for myself. I don't want to push this on anybody else, but I do want to share, by the way. Yeah, I want to lose a tiny bit of weight just for my height, but I got a blood sugar test, a glucose test, and all these tests the other day, and a triglycerides test. And I'm not going to share my exact results because I just feel like that's kind of not something that this video is about. But my numbers were really good. And she made some comment like, well, for your height, you should lose some weight, which is fine. But, my legs are pretty muscular, and I may not be as thin as I once was. And I acknowledge that. But my numbers were really good. So I don't think that the vegan lifestyle could be all that horrible if I have such good numbers on these tests, because even though I eat some vegan junk food, I eat protein, I eat carbs, I eat fat, I eat a combination of things. I eat intuitively, and I don't feel that I have any problems. So I seem to be doing just fine without eating meat, and I'm not suffering. And that's just my truth. If that's not someone else's truth, then they need to do what works for them. I don't know what your truth is. I know what my truth is. I don't want to eat meat because that's pretty much the way I was raised. And I actually really hated just always having people saying that you need meat, or that meat will make you healthier or make you feel better, because that has not really worked for me. It was actually the opposite. But I don't ever want to be like super hardcore because people get mad if you say that, which I don't know why. Like some people think if you're not eating something that's derived from an animal, that you can't like thrive. But I've actually thrived quite fine. I mean, of course, sometimes like if I was eating less processed, I'm sure I could be much skinnier. But then again, I want to think it's okay to be a little curvier too. Like I don't think like okay, I think I was real excited when I was thin a few years ago, but I don't think that's the end all and be all because some people are like, well, they really like the way I look now. Some people didn't like what I looked like when I lost all that weight a few years ago. I don't know. So I'm kind of mixed on it, and I kind of just want to love myself and feel good about myself in the moment. And I do think, well, hey, I can walk a lot, and I walk really fast. So I don't know. I do think I'm going to try to lose some weight just because I do want to, and I just don't want to eat out as much. And I actually have lost a few pounds this week, but I don't want to make my whole life like revolve around what I weigh or if I, you know, I just want to be healthy. I want to know that being vegan is sustainable for me, that it works. And, but I also want to share that I'm doing good, Starman, that my view is going to be so different than someone else's because I grew up in a very vegetarian friendly household. So I think this is kind of like how I was always designed to be. Like a lot of people might become vegan for a while. They probably will go back. And I think that's reality. And I don't think it's a big deal. I think you should eat the diet that works for you. But I do know that being vegan has worked for me. And this noodle soup that's vegan is pretty good. And it tastes nice. And it tastes better than the conventional cup of noodles. Oh, thanks. Like tonight I am wearing this like skirt thing. So yeah. Anyway. I see it. I do like this outfit. Yeah, so just do what works for you, right? Make the best choices that work for yourself. Try to eat as balanced as possible. Like I did make an eggplant dish today. I took a lunch with me. I do like to eat a lot of greens, okay? Like romaine. I'm like getting more fond of kale, spinach. Greens are good for us. Like I like some carbs, but I don't think I need to be eating as many processed carbs. Like I think maybe occasionally a smoothie or some fruit and not like just keeping it more balanced, you know? That's all.